It's your boy Concert Viz 34, and today I want to talk about the Dave Matthews Band. It's November 13th, 2017. Want to wish a happy belated Veterans Day to all those who have served and protected our country, as Veterans Day was here a couple days ago, back on Saturday. So, Dave Matthews Band, they are going to be doing a special show the day before the Super Bowl, right in the Twin Cities area. In St. Paul, Minnesota. It's going to be at the Xcel Energy Center. That venue is only there because the Minnesota Wild became an expansion team. I think it was around 2000, 2001-ish. I remember them coming into the league with the Blue Jackets, but they built this venue so that hockey could return to the state of Minnesota. Many concerts are held here on a yearly basis, so DMB pulled up and worked out a deal where Ticketmaster will distribute. DMB will be the band as far as the main act. There's not going to be like 50 million people. Many times you'll see that a lot of these Super Bowl events, and there's going to be other events this weekend, but many of these Super Bowl and the Final Four events will have a night where you have a couple songs from each act, but this one will just be DMB. This happened back at Super Bowl 50 in a smaller venue in San Francisco, kind of a warehouse type venue there, and they really had a lot of demand and a lot of popularity as far as that event. And I think because that went well, they decided to do this again here now that there's going to be a Super Bowl coming up and a venue that can be used. So about this event, I first want to just talk about how this is yet another thing that has concerned me about management. Maybe not the band as much, but management and Ticketmaster and the pricing of DMB things that have recently came out in the last couple years. The first real thing that had cause for concern is Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds in the show they did at the beginning of the year in Mexico. 3 shows they did. So they had a little weekend down there. Seemed like a huge cash grab here as far as, yes, a lot of bands play expensive shows in Mexico for the elite, high-priced pocket fans there. So it's not something that's out of the norm. DMB was just the latest band to hop on the trend, and as far as DMB, more just Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. So that was kind of okay. So they're trying to get the bag here. They're trying to get some money, and I'm sure they did. Someone made money. It was either the resorts or DMB or management or the middlemen or the third and fourth channels there. People made money. It was expensive. Hotels and expensive accommodations to get out there and go see just Dave and Tim, not even the full band. Second thing that concerned me, we have the DMB Live 25, this vinyl that is over $150 after shipping and handling. It only has 25 tracks. So I thought that was ridiculous as well for a band that has always been reasonable about their live releases. And this was not even a show like the best DMB show ever. The Grateful Dead had a show where, Cornell 77 came out this year. That's arguably, as fans know, the best or one of the best shows ever. So I get it. They priced it really high, but even that was less than DMB Live 25. You're talking about the Grateful Dead. So definitely another concern on the notch of things. So this is really strike 3 or concern number 3 of this 2016 to 2017 time of cash grabs for the band, because get-ins for this show are $70 just to be in the rafters. Now keep in mind, I believe for the Super Bowl 50 concert there, and mind you, this is Super Bowl 50, okay? This isn't San Francisco. They could have charged whatever they wanted, and they had more of an intimate setting. It was mostly standing room. You can hang on some railings, but very intimate. Those tickets were $75. So to be in the rafters of the Xcel Energy Center, great for hockey. Hockey is fine, but for an in-stage concert, $70 for face value before fees is a little too much for me. So I think that the pricing is very concerning here, and I hope it's not a trend for the upcoming summer tour that will probably be announced. I'm sure they're going to be touring next year. They got to get back to making the paper and playing the live shows together instead of doing these side projects. So concerning, because I think this is only another concern that prices will go up this year for a band that can't sell out as many shows as they used to. Makes zero sense. So not really happy about the pricing of this show. And the other thing that I'm worried about is that this is just going to be another cookie cutter, predictable, mail it in with the U.S. Postal Service stamps type of show. The reason I say that is because every major Dave solo or Dave and Tim show, or even the full band shows where they play Super Bowl 50, the week right before, or they do this Farm Aid benefit, or they do this wildfire benefit that they just did. The set lists are so predictable, and the prices that you're paying, it's not really worth the price of admission. Now, at least when you went to the show for the wildfires, you got Dead and Company and Metallica. That's pretty dope. But for this, you're going to have an entire night of D&B, but I'm guessing, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same songs. Satellite's probably going to be played. Crash Into Me is going to be played. Warehouse is going to be played. Mercy is going to be played for 15 minutes. They're going to extend that song out. Probably Don't Drink the Water for the 50 millionth time at one of these type of shows is going to be played. It's going to be so predictable, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of setlist variety. There's not going to be a lot of rare songs. That's what I don't like, that the prices are going up. It's going to be a predictable show, and it's also, you're going to have to reserve a hotel if you want to go for a lot of money. Super Bowl hotels are booked years in advance. They announce these Super Bowls 3, 4, 5 years before they happen. So I'm not happy about that. Some fans are saying, well, it's Super Bowl prices. Already I'm seeing some comments. I mean, last time they were in San Francisco, which is already an expensive market to host anything, and there was $75 seats that they charge face value. Now, again, the worst seats are $70. I don't buy that. It's Super Bowl pricing. It's ridiculous. Someone allowed this to happen. The band could have said, nope, we're not going to do $70 get-ins. We're going to just have it at $40. Like when I saw D&B in 2012, it was like $40 or so for get-ins. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I hope the band does put on a great show. I hope they prove me wrong, but really it's a cookie cutter show. I'm excited to see what else they have in 2018, the summer tour that they'll probably have. Maybe they do a spring tour, maybe they do a fall tour. I'm excited to see how the band comes back. But for this show, I'm going to Tom Brady pass and probably just watch the set list, because to me, to reserve all this money and time and fly out to the Twin Cities area just to see another cookie cutter show, which is probably going to happen, not worth it for me. But what do you guys think? Definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this show, and if you plan to request through the warehouse or go through the on sale. Other than that, I'm out.